All the fluids in my body turned into pearls, tears, sweat. Even when I used the bathroom, I kept this secret until I crashed on my cold roommate's bed. Had the kind of dream every teenage guy has. The next morning, when I woke up, he asked me what those round balls left on the bed were. You laid eggs. How can I, a grown man, lay eggs? I'm not a fish. That's clearly. Jiangshu pointed at the pile of wet, milky white round balls. I had nothing to say. Even though I'm a guy, I was born with this weird condition. All the fluids in my body come out as pearls. To avoid discrimination, public, don't sweat during summer rounds, barely use the bathroom. Finally avoided all the risks. But I forgot about one type of fluid. This is all because of last night's weird dream. My bed frame broke. Jiangshu's been away for competitions lately, so he let me crash in his bed. Don't know if it was because I was sleeping in his bed, but I dreamed that Jiangshu and I were tangled up together in bed. So messed up, you know? Totally weird. When I woke up, I hadn't had time to clean up the fallen pearls. When Jiangshu came back from off campus and saw them, thinking about this, I suddenly felt some swelling and soreness between my thighs. My neck was also tingling. Our other roommate Zhang Hen woke up rubbing his eyes. He yawned and saw Jiangshu, casually asking, Jiang, why were you sneaking around when you came back last night? Jiangshu came back last night. Then where did he sleep? When I woke up this morning, I was the only one in bed. Or did he squeeze in with me all night and just got up early to buy breakfast? I looked at Jiangshu in shock. So last night's dream, you saw wrong. I came back this morning. Jiangshu replied coldly. Zhang Heng immediately argued back. No way. When I got up to pee last night, I clearly saw you come back. You were right there by your bed. Seeing that Jiangshu said nothing, Zhang Heng scratched his head uncertainly. Maybe I was too sleepy and saw wrong. I felt a huge relief. Great. Thank God it was just a dream. Right. Even if Jiangshu really squeezed into bed with me, he couldn't have been holding me while I spoke up confidently. Pearls. I just dropped some pearls. Reached out to pick them up. Jiangshu got there first and picked one up, examining it closely. Looking suspicious. Why is this pearl all wet? I quickly snatched it from his hand, face red, frantically covering up. No, it's nothing. Even though fluids from my body come out as pearls, they still hope some has some moisture on them. I quickly stuffed all the pearls into my pocket and hid in the bathroom stall. Closing the glass door, Zhang Heng, who was brushing his teeth, got bumped by me and spun around angrily. Sangqin, are you trying to kill me? He was about to explode, but then saw the back of my neck, under my collar. Wait, dude, why is the back of your neck all red and blotchy? I pulled open my collar to look in the mirror and was stunned. This. These are hickeys all over my neck. So last night wasn't a dream, it was real. Jiangshu's question was actually him being sarcastic. He knows the pearls aren't real pearls. My face turned bright red. I spun around and saw Jiangshu in the dorm, sneakily reaching into my jacket pocket where I'd put the pearls. What are you trying to do? I pushed open the bathroom door and rushed over. Why are you going through my pockets? Jiangshu's hand suddenly trembled as he turned around guiltily. He really did discover my secret, but I can't figure out why he wanted to kiss me last night. Jingshu usually acts all proper and aloof. Girls chase after him all the time. Turns out he's secretly a pervert who sneaks kisses from his roommate. I usually call him EJN respectfully. Never thought he'd do this to me. I grabbed his hand emotionally and questioned him. You did come back last night, didn't you? I didn't. I snorted. Stop pretending. The evidence is right here. I'm not pretending. What evidence? I moved my face close to Jiangshu's. He looked flustered. Why are you getting so close? A scream came from the bathroom. Sangqun, this bug bit you last night, right? It bit me too. Zhang Hen rolled up his pant leg. His leg had the same swollen red marks as the back of my neck. So it really was bugs that bit me last night? I misunderstood Jiangshu. I looked at Jiangshu suspiciously, confirming again. Why were you going through my clothes? Jiangshu's face suddenly turned red. I wanted to help you wash your clothes. Then why were you going through the pockets? Afraid there might be something inside. Don't you always check pockets before washing clothes? Why do you want to wash my clothes? Jiangshu's face got redder and redder. We stared at each other for 3 seconds. Great. So he just wanted to help me wash clothes. That scared me. I thought he liked me. So he didn't do anything last night. He didn't discover my secret either. I breathed a sigh of relief and let go of Jiangshu's hand. I almost thought this straight guy was gonna lose his dignity in the dorm. Thank God it's nothing. I was overthinking. I moved the pearls from my jacket pocket to my pajama pocket. It's fine. Go ahead and wash it. Then I confidently turned and walked away. Behind me, Jiangshu stared at the hand I had just grabbed, face red, swallowing hard. I'll wash your underwear too. I turned around and handed Jiangshu the underwear I'd slept in. Thanks, Jiang. You're really nice. Jiangshu licked his lips. Don't mention it. He took off his shirt and bundled it together with my underwear, looking at our clothes, intimately tangled together. Sleeves intertwined. Like two little people kissing. I couldn't help but think of last night's dream, with Jiangchu, shirtless two broad shoulders, narrow waist, 8 packets, exactly like in the dream. I frowned. I dreamed about Jiangchu because he's always showing off in front of me like this. The dorm isn't even that hot, but Jiangchu always lifts his shirt to fan himself by my bed, talking to me while fanning himself, like he's deliberately showing off his abs. The AC is set to 68 degrees, but Jiangchu never puts on a shirt right after showering. His towel hangs loose around his waist. I'm sitting on a chair. He's standing next to me, half bent over. His chest is practically in my face, shows off his muscles in front of me. A skinny guy, every day. Who says guys don't scheme? Who says guys don't compete? See it all day in the dorm. Naturally dream about it at night. This is normal. Today we have fitness testing. Usually during PE class running, I make excuses to skip and avoid sweating. But you can't skip fitness tests. I put on tight, cuffed long sleeves and pants, wrapping myself up completely to avoid the weird scene of pearls flying out while running. I don't want to get dragged to a research lab as a guinea pig. As long as I run slowly and don't sweat from my forehead, the pearls from my body will be contained in my clothes. I can collect them when I get back to the dorm. But I didn't expect that I deliberately run at the back of the group. Yet Jiangchu slowed down and ran beside me. What's he doing here? Sangqin, aren't you hot wearing so much? Mind your own business. I ignored him and kept running at turtle speed. Jiangchu reached out to me. If you're hot, take off your clothes and give them to me. I'll carry them for you. I was getting annoyed. I'm not hot. Jiangchu perked up his ears. Why is your body making rustling sounds? Inside my baggy tracksuit, pearls flowed from my skin like sweat. They rattled with each step I took. Afraid of being found out, I quickly urged to Jiangchu. It's nothing. You better run fast or you'll fail. I'm definitely gonna fail at the speed. Stop following me. I thought Jiangchu would speed up when he heard about failing. But not only did he not run ahead, he suddenly grabbed me. My mind went blank. Dude, no. Jiangchu grabbed my hand and sprinted forward with determination. It's okay, I'll help you pass. The moment I was yanked forward, my carefully tied jacket came undone, and my tied handcuffs loosened. Pearls scattered all over the ground from my jacket and pants. Jiangchu was stunned. Why are you carrying so many pearls while running? Dear Maya. New pearls were about to come out. Why is he grabbing me? While Jiangchu picked up the scattered pearls, I frantically pulled down my pant legs over my calves. After the fitness test, Jiangchu followed me and invited me to eat together. He keeps following me. How am I supposed to get the pearls out of my clothes? I got anxious. Why do you keep following me? Jiangchu's face suddenly turned red. Because Why is she stammering? The most urgent thing right now is getting the pearls out. I didn't have time to wait for him to finish, so I told him firmly, I'm not going. Then I turned and headed to the dorm. Good thing everyone's at the cafeteria during dinner time, so no one would suddenly come back. I confidently took off my jacket and extracted all the pearls from my body. I put them in my storage bag. My phone buzzed twice. I still haven't paid the rest of my tuition. I shook the small bag half filled with pearls, even though I sweated buckets. I only got this little bit. Selling these won't even cover my tuition this semester. I was already stressed out. Then the hospital called, saying Mom's medical bills needed to be paid. Right after I hung up, my sister texted me. Do you have money for living expenses? The teacher wants us to pay for textbooks. I was out of options. I got so frustrated that tears rolled down, turning into pearls. I cried while carefully collecting these pearls into the bag. At this rate, even if I cried my eyes out, I still couldn't make enough money by the deadline. My bad friend got fixed. During lunch break, I closed the curtains and wrapped myself in 2 layers of blankets, planning to work up a sweat. No matter how much I made myself sweat, it wasn't enough. I don't know why. But lately, even when I force myself to sweat, I get fewer pearls than before. Jiangchu appeared under my bed at some point, talking to me through the curtain. I was wrong earlier for knocking your stuff over while running. Don't be mad. I was too annoyed to deal with him. If I ignore him, he should just leave. He definitely won't just stand there forever. That made me suddenly remember. The only time I produced a lot of pearls recently was when I woke up in Jiangchu's bed. Thinking about this, a crazy idea popped into my head. I threw off the blankets. I slowly moved my hand down. With my other hand, I quietly opened the video and started browsing. Hope I can get more pearls this time. Just when I was about to succeed, Zhang Han, who sleeps across from me, suddenly yelled, Songqing, your bed curtain got caught on my clothes. He started making noise like a monkey, really messing up my pearl production. This was a crucial moment. What do? Songqing, your curtain's stuck on my shirt. His yelling was such a mood killer. I released my bitten lip, suppressing the breathing. I could barely hold back. I spoke in a hoarse voice, frowning. Just yank it and it'll come off. Zhang Han hesitated. What if I can't get it off? I quickly snapped back, then pull harder and stop yelling. Then I quickly got back into it. Pearls, pearls, pearls. I closed my eyes in anticipation. But the next second, Zhang Han pulled too hard and brought down my entire bed curtain. The curtain fell toward Zhang Heng. I was completely exposed in plain sight. Below the bed, Jiang Chu, who'd been standing there the whole time, locked eyes with me. Under his gaze, milky white pearls came gushing out. Jiang Chu's eyes went wide. So that's how the pearls are made. Zhang Heng was stunned by the falling curtain, so he didn't see anything. But Jiang Chu saw everything clear as day. Now, even if I didn't want to forgive him for knocking off my pearls in gym class, I had to forgive him. After cleaning up everything on the bed, I pulled Jiang Chu to the balcony to talk. You absolutely cannot tell anyone about this. I forgive you for the gym class thing. Jiang Chu's throat bobbed. I was terrified he wouldn't keep my secret. I nervously waited for him to speak. He blushed and looked down, lowering his voice. So that time in my bed. No, it wasn't. I quickly explained. I didn't. That time I just accidentally had a dream. What kind of dream? I froze. I couldn't tell Jiang Chu that I dreamed we were getting it all. So I accidentally left pearls in his bed. I grabbed Jiang Chu's hand. Anyway, I'm really not a freak. I've just had this condition since any liquid from my body turns into pearls. Please don't tell anyone. As long as you don't tell, I'll do anything you want. Jiang Chu's eyes suddenly became clear. I won't tell, and you'll do anything I want. A tear of desperation rolled down my face. A tiny pearl fell from my eye and hit the ground. I gripped Jiang Chu's hand tightly. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. However you want me to do it, I'll do it that way. I can satisfy any request. I'm very obedient. Jiang Chu, who was leaning against the railing, suddenly pinned me against it. His handsome face came close to mine. His eyes looked me up and down, as if thinking of something, with anticipation in his gaze. He asked in a hoarse voice, "How obedient?" Jiang Chu was too close. The way he looked at me gave off an unsafe vibe. Danger, danger, danger. I felt a bit relieved inside. Jiang Chu looked at me meaningfully. Fine, I won't tell anyone. Ever since Jiang Chu learned my secret, not only did he never expose me, he always helped hide it. He seemed like a pretty good guy. When I went out in hot weather, he followed behind picking up pearls that accidentally fell from my sleeves, helping me put them in my savings bag. When sand got in my eyes and I wanted to cry, he stood in front of me to block others' view, then cupped his hands to catch the pearls from my eyes, carefully placing them in my bag. Until I went to the bathroom, he stood next to me holding open the bag, with a sincere expression waiting. I was speechless. Maybe he didn't mean to be this helpful. Wasn't he being a little too helpful? I gripped my waistband. Jiang, I can handle this myself. A few days ago I paid for Mom's hospital bills. My sisters and my tuition and book fees were still not covered. If I only relied on the pearls I produced daily, it definitely wouldn't be enough. Where was I gonna get so many pearls to sell? Remembering that last time worked well. Unable to come up with the money, I had to secretly close the bed curtains, opening a video with one hand. But the next second Jiang Chu climbed onto my bed. Sangqin, do you really like doing this kind of thing? I jumped in fright and quickly covered myself with the blanket towel. Why did you come up here? Jiang Chu frowned. Are you addicted? I frantically shook my head. No, it's not that. Then what is it? I've seen you do this 3 times now. At this point, I could only be honest with him. Actually, I'm trying to save money. Save money? Yeah, I can sell the pearls for money. I need it. The phone under my pillow buzzed twice. Probably my sister texting about the book fees. I was getting anxious. Jiang, please go back to your bed. I really need to make some pearls. But Jiang Chu didn't move. My bed frame broke. I want to crash in your bed, but I can't right now. Why don't you sleep in Zhang Han's bed tonight? Zhang Han's already asleep. My phone buzzed twice, more under the pillow. I was about to cry from stress. Then, what do? I really need it tonight. Jiang Chu glanced at the area under my pillow, where my phone had just been buzzing. If you need money, I'll give it to you. I bit my lip reluctantly. No thanks. Aren't you short on cash? I don't want other people's money. Consider it a loan. I don't want to borrow money either. Owing people money must feel awful. I bit my lip. I can save up enough myself. I see. After hearing this, Jiang Chu lay down next to me. I panicked a little. I'm really in a hurry. How about you come back to sleep later? Just wait until I make some pearls. But Jiang Chu didn't leave and interrupted me. On the narrow dorm bed, Jiu's lips came close to my ear. If you're in a hurry, I'll help you. After saying that, his hand suddenly moved down. Before I could react, my body felt it first. Jiang. I only got one syllable out before Jiang Chu covered my mouth with his other hand. Don't make noise. Keep it down. Zhang Heng sleeping. As the physical sensations got more intense, I shook my head frantically with his hand over my mouth. But after shaking my head a few times, I suddenly realized, if I didn't listen to Jiang Chu, would he tell Zhang Heng my secret? Tell others that I'm a freak. Thinking about this, I calmed down and stopped struggling. Jiang Chu seemed satisfied with my quietness. Goodbye, he said softly. We're bros. You let me sleep in your bed. I help you out. No big deal. A strange feeling flooded my brain. I thought carefully about what Jiang Chu just said. I whimpered and bit down on Jiang Chu's hand through my tears. He really is a good guy. I managed to get all the money for my sister's textbooks. The next day I sold the pearls and immediately sent her the money. She was surprised. Didn't you say it would take 3 more days to get me the money? How did you suddenly get it all together? Where'd you get so much money? You didn't do anything bad, did you? If that's the case, I'd rather not go to school. I can drop out and work and help you take care of Mom. I've been hiding my pearl condition from my sister since childhood. She doesn't know. I quickly replied. Don't talk nonsense. Focus on your studies. All of your brother's money comes from my own hard work. My sister replied with relief. You're so capable. Making so much money so quickly. For some reason my face suddenly got hot. Last night Jing-Chu said something similar in my ear. I blushed as I replied. I gotta go. You focus on studying. Jiang-Chu came up from behind the. Is the money enough? My sister's textbook fees are covered, but I still haven't saved enough for my tuition. I had a bad feeling, but answered honestly. No. Jiang-Chu put his hand on my shoulder. Then I'll help you again. During this period, Jiang-Chu often helped me save money. Not only that, he spent more and more time with me. Eating together, going to class together, showering together, making money together. Our relationship got tighter and tighter, until one day when Jiang-Chu and I were heading back to the dorm after class, a girl stopped me at the dorm entrance. Sang-Qin, I bought you dinner. And the girl looked shy, with bright eyes. Holding a takeout box in both hands, offering it to me, Jiang-Chu stepped in front of me. He's not hungry. Says who? I grinned and went around Jiang-Chu to take the food. I'm starving, thanks so much. I turned around. Jiang-Chu's face was dark as thunder. I'm actually a guy who gets food delivered by girls. Back in the dorm, I put down the food and happily took a shower first. When I came out, the takeout on my desk was gone. Jiang-Chu had put new food on my desk. His expression broking no argument. Eat mine. Mine tastes better than hers. On his desk sat the food that girl had just brought me. He wanted to eat the girl's food, so he took it from me. This is the first time someone's liked me and brought me food, but I don't dare say anything. After all, Jiang-Chu knows my secret. If I make him angry, all the consequences would be terrible. I suppress my inner rage and answer casually. Oh, okay. Then I obediently opened the meal Jiang-Chu brought me. After eating, Jiang-Chu left the dorm. Zhang Heng stretched his neck over like an awl, his little head full of big questions. Sang-Jin, you've really changed lately. I got worked up. Who's changed? I'm a man. Zhang Heng explained. I mean, you've changed. Why are you so obedient to Jiang now? Lately, you agree to everything he says. I stammered and changed the subject. You said you'd use your golden voice to record me an alarm tone. Record it for me now. I opened my phone's recording app and tried to push open the bathroom stall door to leave first, but found I couldn't push it open at all. The door lock was broken. Just then, the dorm lights went out with a click. Zhang Heng and I were trapped in the stall. Zhang Heng called Jiang-Chu, but got no answer. We could only wait for him to return. On the dim bathroom balcony, my skin started tingling restlessly in the moonlight. The power outage also killed the dorm's AC. Usually when it's hot, I wear long sleeves and pants to cover up. But right now I was only wearing a dorm tank top. Soon under Zhang Heng's stare, pearls started rolling out of my arms. Zhang Heng's eyes nearly popped out of his head. The balcony was stuffy, and more pearls kept rolling out. I could see this was getting hard to hide again. Another person now knew my secret. I could only beg Zhang Heng. Please don't tell anyone. I'm not a monster. All the fluids in my body just turned into pearls. It's been like this since I was little. All fluids. Zhang Heng's mouth fell open. What are the fluids? Then he took a deep breath and blurted out. You mean even you? Please don't tell anyone. I grabbed his arm. As long as you keep my secret, I'll do anything you ask. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I really don't want to be captured for experiments. Except for this condition. I'm no different from anyone else. A sly glint flashed in Zhang Heng's eyes. You'll do whatever I tell you to do. I cowered. Yes, yes. Zhang Heng suddenly moved closer to me. I backed up a few steps, but he kept pressing forward. He was very different from his usual self. He was looking at me strangely. Sang-Qin, your body is so amazing. He was very close, his heavy breathing hitting my ear. He lowered his voice. What if I told you to give me? Jiang-Chu texted back to pay the dorm's electricity bill. The power came back on immediately. When he got back, I had already finished showering. I was wrapped in a towel, hair still dripping wet. Zhang Heng had a satisfied post-activity expression. He was still sighted, stubbing out his cigarette and casually greeting. Jiang-Chu, Jiang, you're finally back. Help us get this door open. Jiang-Chu ignored him, looking upset. He forcefully yanked the stall door open from outside, but the lock broke completely. Jiang-Chu pulled me over, still wrapped in a towel, and not fully dry. He put his hand on my shoulder and led me into the room. Nothing happened just now, right? I felt a bit guilty. Nothing happened at all. Jiang-Chu brought me to my bed. He climbed up too and pulled the curtains closed. Making money tonight. I was feeling tired. I'm a bit sleepy tonight. Want to go to bed early. Jiang-Chu said nothing and used the towel to dry the water from my hair. I asked him worriedly, if everyone knew my secret, would they still treat me like a normal person? Jiang-Chu sounded certain. No one will know. I'm the only one who knows, right? I won't tell anyone else. I didn't tell him that actually 2 people know my secret now. Looks like I'll have to keep 2 people happy at once. That night, Jiang-Chu accidentally held me while he slept. I curled up in his arms, not daring to move, and opened my phone. I saw a message Zhang Heng sent from the next bed. Sung-Qin, your performance was absolutely amazing. I put down my phone. Jiang-Chu was sleeping soundly. I nestled closer in his arms. Why does Jiang-Chu's embrace feel so comfortable? The first time he held me while sleeping, I felt a bit awkward. Now I'm really getting used to it. I think I could handle being even closer. Though lately, this seems to be as close as we get. The bed frame Jiang-Chu reported for repair still hasn't been fixed. I wonder how much longer he'll sleep in my bed. Against Jiang-Chu's warm chest, I drifted off to sleep. The next day I saw half-price movie tickets for couples in the group chat. I couldn't help but grab 2 tickets. I wonder if Jiang-Chu would agree to go on the weekend. I excitedly carried my wash basin back from the water room. Too happy to dry my hands. With wet fingers, I showed Jiang-Chu my phone screen. Jiang-Chu, look what good stuff I got on my phone. But because my hands were too wet, the water made the screen unresponsive. I frantically tried to tap the successful purchasee screen and swipe up, but the water droplets accidentally played a voice recording. Zhang Heng's voice rang out, followed by my weak, pleading voice. Please don't tell anyone. I'm not a monster. I tried to quickly turn off my phone, but Jiang-Chu grabbed my wrist. His mood was dark, his tone icy. Let me hear what this good stuff is. In the recording, my voice trembled while Zhang Heng's was silent. As long as you keep my secret, I'll do anything you ask. Whatever you want me to do. Sung-Qin, your body is so amazing. What if I told you to give me? Just then, Zhang Heng came back with food. He barely pushed open the door before Jiang-Chu spun around and pinned him to the wall. Jiang-Chu's voice was full of fury, his actions merciless. You know Sung-Qin's secret. What did you make him do? Zhang Heng was confused. Huh? You know Qiu, then you must have also. I thought I was the only one who made him give me. Bastard. Before Zhang Heng could finish, Jiang-Chu threw a punch at him. Luckily I caught his fist while he was winding up. Don't fight. Stop fighting. I used both hands to control Jiang-Chu's right hand. We're roommates. Let's talk this out. Jiang-Chu turned to look at me, his eyes red. Didn't you say I was the only one who knew your secret? I stammered. What kind of situation is this? It's like the female lead treatment in a romance drama. Jiang-Chu looked into my eyes and asked seriously, so you did whatever he told you to do too? I answered quietly, yes. Jiang-Chu turned to beat up Zhang Heng again. I hugged his fist to my chest and shouted, stop fighting. Jiang-Chu looked back at me in disbelief, his eyes even redder. You're protecting him. Though I don't know why Jiang-Chu is so furious. People need to be calmed down, I explained, hoping to calm him down. Jiang, don't be like this. We're all roommates. Let's get along peacefully. Even though Zhang Heng knows too. I'll listen to both of you. Isn't that enough? From now on, whatever you 2 tell me to do, I'll do. Whatever you want me to do, I'll satisfy you both. Can't the 3 of us just live peacefully together? The 3 of us should be good to each other, okay? We're all a family and shoot. Jiang, why do you look even angrier? Jiang-Chu were breathing hard with rage. The bloodshot veins in his eyes were about to burst. Who said we're family with you guys? He spoke word by word. Since you're protecting him so much, you 2 can just be together. After saying that, he let go of Zhang Heng's collar and left the dorm. Zhang Heng was choking and gasping for air. He slid down against the wall and sat on the floor, his tone defiant and expression stubborn. We both know your secret. Why? Can he make you do things? But I can't. He let out a cold snort. Humph, stingy. He got up and put his arm around my shoulder. He said we could share. He's the one who doesn't want to step aside. You're such a treasure. 3.5 days a week for him isn't enough. If he doesn't want to split it like that, he can join me at the same time. I don't mind all 3 of us together. Zhang Heng puffed out his cheeks. If you won't, I will. Sung-Qin, I still won't. Jiang-Chu's bed was fixed that same day. He moved back to his own bed from mine. He wouldn't eat with me or go to class together. He completely ignored me. Whenever Zhang Heng and I said more than a few words, Jiang-Chu would shoot us resentful glares. Ever since Jiang-Chu stopped sleeping in my bed, I couldn't sleep well at night. Every night I'd toss and turn and have weird dreams. When I woke up, new pearls would appear on the bed. I carefully collected them in the bag. The hospital called again about Mom's payment. I counted carefully. The pearls in the bag weren't nearly enough. After leaving Jiang-Chu, I was making money much slower. Before, whenever Jiangqiu helped me, I'd always get lots of pearls at once. But without him, the number of pearls dropped drastically. Looking at that expensive overdue notice, I went to find Jiangqiu. Oh Jiang, can you help me one more time? I need money. Jiangqiu's face was cold. Why not ask Zhang Heng? Why would I ask him? I want to ask you. Jiangqiu stopped walking and turned to look at me. Didn't you choose Zhang Heng when it comes to this kind of help? I was stunned. When did I ever let him help me with this? Jiangqiu looked annoyed. After he found out your secret, the things he asked you to do, you did them all. The things he asked me to do. My mind quickly flashed back to that day. You'll do whatever I asked you to do, right? Sang-Qin, your body is so amazing. So if I asked you to do... Zhang Heng's voice got lower and lower, seeming embarrassed about his request. If I asked you to cry for me, could you do that? Cry? I was stunned when I heard that. My phone hit the ground and stopped recording. Zhang Heng's eyes lit up as he clasped his hands together. Don't they say mermaid tears are pearls? I really want to see it. Bro, you actually have such an amazing ability. And please, just let me see it. I loved mermaids as a kid. Just cry for me, please. Didn't you say you'd do anything? What a weird request. I thought he'd make me pay for his meals all semester. I didn't expect. He just wanted to see this. I tried hard to squeeze out some tears and actually managed to cry. Zhang Heng threw his head back laughing. Holy crap, ha ha ha, bro, you're so awesome. Jiangqiu had texted us saying he'd paid the electricity bill and would be back soon to open the door because the balcony was too stuffy. I took a shower before he came back. When I finished showering and came out, Jiangqiu had returned. What he saw was me, damp and wrapped in a towel, face flushed red from the bathroom steam, and Zhang Heng on the balcony super excited from seeing his childhood favorite mermaid, looking completely thrilled and satisfied. After that, Jiangqiu heard the recording. Jiangqiu tried to beat up Zhang Heng. Jiangqiu inexplicably ignored me. I hung my head in disappointment. Does Jiang think I'm disgusting now? Zhang Heng looked confused and put his arm around my shoulder. Damn, what's wrong with that guy? Why'd he hit me? What do you mean disgusting? Your ability is amazing. You're awesome. If he doesn't want you, I do. Then he grinned and shook my arm. Hey, Sang-Qin, you're the best. Can you show me a mermaid blowing bubbles today? Would those still be pearls? I want to see more. Please, satisfy this a childlike heart of mine. I told Jiangqiu everything exactly as it happened. Jiang Gingqiu's mouth twitched awkwardly. I overestimated Zhang Heng. But then he looked me straight in the eye. Sang-Qin, you want me to help you just because you need money? Or are there other reasons? Just because I need money, I answered quickly, yeah. I'm afraid Jiangqiu would guess my feeling. I think I might be a little gay. Jiangqiu looked disappointed. Oh. But he still took my hand. It's okay. I'll help you. I can always help you, whenever you need it. Even if you just want money. It's not just wanting. Zhong, a girl downstairs, called out to Jingqiu. Can I get your contact info? Can we eat together sometime? My heart skipped a beat. If I just need Jiangqiu's help, he's in my hands. But if he falls in love, someone else will take him away eventually. But I really want to have him completely. During those days when Jiangqiu ignored me, I figured it out. I really don't like sleeping alone. But I only want to sleep with Jiangqiu. I want him to hold me while I sleep. Not just because of money. Jiangqiu hadn't answered the girl yet. My heart was pounding, and I couldn't help interrupting them. No way. I grabbed Jiangqiu's hand. He's busy and needs to eat with me. He probably doesn't have time to eat with you. Then I quickly dragged Jiangqiu upstairs. I walked ahead with a red face, gripping Jiangqiu's big hand tightly. I want you to help me not just for money, but also because Jiangqiu suddenly stopped. I froze. Jiangqiu wouldn't reject me. And then go back to find that girl downstairs, would he? I was being too presumptuous. Jingqiu never said he wasn't straight. Now that I think about it, he is straight. My heart was breaking, but Jiangqiu pulled me into the stairwell corner. He looked at my panicked expression and asked me seriously, do you like me too? Yes, I do like it. What? He said too. Too. You actually like me? Yeah. I've liked you for a long time. Didn't you notice I always do your laundry? I was dumbfounded. I thought you liked doing laundry. Jiangqiu frowned. Didn't you notice I always want to be with you? I opened my mouth slowly. I thought you liked hanging out in groups. Jiangqiu laughed in frustration. Didn't you notice I was jealous of Zhang Heng? My brain short-circuited. I thought you didn't want to see mermaids cry. Jiangqiu fell silent. After a moment of silence, he suddenly smiled. He threw me over his shoulder and headed out of the dorm. I want to see mermaids cry too. Don't go back to the dorm tonight. Let's find a hotel, and I'll make you cry non-stop. That night, the hotel bed was overflowing with pearls. I bit Jiang Chu's arm and whimpered. Jiang Chu stroked my head and whispered soothingly, "Baby, you cried so many tears. And you're so sweaty too. So many pearls I can barely catch them all." Later I lay exhausted on the hotel bed. Who knew dating would be my path to getting rich? Why was I even working before? To show our appreciation to Zhang Heng, this guy who loves fairy tales. Jiang Shu and I treated him to several meals. Zhang Heng drank and cried at dinner, tears streaming down his face. Damn it, I just wanted to see how pearls come out of eyes. Do you know how Zhang treated me? During that time, one glare from him made me feel like he'd murder me. To comfort him, we took a nice group photo together to show our friendship. But when the photo came out, Zhang Heng cried even harder. "This doesn't look like a group photo at all. Look at this photo. Doesn't it look like a family portrait? You two are treating me like your kid." I held up the photo and looked. Jiang Chu and I were on either side, and Zhang Heng was in the middle grinning, holding a studio prop. He really did look like a reluctant kid, being coaxed by his parents to take photo. I patted Zhang Heng's shoulder. "Sorry about that. Mom and Dad will treat you better from now on." Zhang Heng howled up at the ceiling in the dorm. "Tonight I want a full banquet." Jiang Chu and I both patted Zhang Heng's shoulder.